Anyway, here we go. Level 38 does not qualify for the level 40 rule. Let's check his stats. We might be able to... Yes, it's pretty good. Win as fast as possible though. It's gonna be the request. Let's go. No, Miracle. How does it differ? For StarCraft Remastered, they've well publicized this this philosophy. For StarCraft Remastered, I heard them tell this story many times, so it's almost going to sound like theirs. For StarCraft Remastered, we went to the players and we said, what would you like us to change? And most players said, don't change anything. Leave everything the same, just give it a graphical update. So we did. With Warcraft Reforged, we went to get the feedback from the community, our longtime players. And they said, actually, there's a few things that could be changed. Do you think the balance is perfect? No, we don't think the balance is perfect. Maybe this and this could be changed. Whereas in StarCraft Remastered, the feedback from the players was, don't touch the balance even a bit. In fact, when they made StarCraft Remastered available on the new Battle.net, in the new client, everything felt the same, but they accidentally fixed a few bugs that were in the code that had gameplay ramifications. So they were like, hey, this is broken. So as the very good programmer that they have would think, is like, oh, you know, something is bugged and broken, I should fix it. Like, hey, this unit is not operating like it should. And so they fixed it, and then the players were like, hey, we cannot use this exploit anymore. This is an integral part of SC1. We're gonna come across that too, by the way, in when we test the beta. And then we're gonna have to make decisions as a community, as Blizzard, and they have the final say, of course, but our voice matters. We're gonna have to make a say, okay, this part, we really need to keep it the same, even though, yeah, maybe it's a bug, it's an exploit. We still need to keep it, because it's now an important part of the enjoyment of watching Warcraft, as well as exhibiting your skill and so on. And at other times we'll say, like, yeah, this is a bug, we've known about it, we've played around with it, but actually it's unhealthy for gameplay. So let's change it. So this is an interesting request. It says win as fast as possible, but what it doesn't say is or die trying. It's very important that I don't take it too literally and just run at him with like a wooden stick. So I actually need to make sure that when I do what I do, it leads to a win. Yeah? So that's... Hello!
Are you hero and obey? Yes! Excellent choice. Haste my blade! I am yours. Hey! What do you want? Yes, Lord. Are you hero and obey? Hey! Haste my blade! Excellent choice. Something you do. I am yours. Hey! Are you hero and obey? Yes! Oh! What task is there? Ah! Are you hero and obey? Yes! Are you hero and obey? Yes! I am yours. Yes. Are you hero and obey? Yes.
Oh, I'm well on their way. So sometimes winning as fast as possible is just a natural result of playing good. Punishing mistakes. Like if I just went to his base to try and kill his Great Hall, that wouldn't have worked.
Yes, Lord. Yes. Are you hero?
This should help the request. Yeah. Would human Tyrant Hero Rush be your quickest win if your human was as good as your orc? I feel like if your win chance is 40% because the strategy isn't good, I don't think you would have it be part of the quickest win, interestingly. Because it's not likely enough to win.
I am yours. Yes, Lord. Master.
Such cheese actually are not that good.
Excellent choice.
Oh,
Oh.
I prepped it for him.
Can I help you?
Oh. Upgrade complete. Something handy up there. Yes, I am yours.
Take your time. Look around.
Oh. Hey, we're under attack. Yes, Lord. What do you want? What task is there? Doctor. Yes. Swobu. I am yours. Huh? What task is there? I am yours. Huh? What do you want? Swobu. Yes. Doctor. Oh. Master. Yes, Lord. Dabu. Oh. What do you want? Zug Zug. Huh? Dabu. Yes, Lord. Haste my blade. Hey. Yes. Oh. Yes. What task is there? Master. I am yours. Yes. Yes, Lord. Oh. Ha! Are you hero and obey? Hey! Are you hero and obey? Hey! Yes! Excellent choice. Are you hero and obey? Yes! Excellent choice. Hey! We're under attack! Task is there. Are you hero and obey?
We are enemies.
We need your more. What task is there? I am yours. Yes, Lord. What do you want? Oh, I am yours. Excellent choice. Oh, work complete. Yes, Lord. Are you hero and obey? Excellent choice. What task is there? Are you hero and obey? Excellent choice. Yes. Are you hero and obey? I am yours. Hey, are you hero and obey? For the burning blade. Excellent choice. Yes. Yes. Ready. Oh, what do you want? I am yours. Master. Research. Yes, Lord. What do you want? What task is there? Zug Zug. Dabu. Yes. I am yours. Complete. What do you want? Yes, Lord. What do you want? Doctor. I am yours. What task is there? Excellent choice. Yes. Yes, chieftain. Yes, Lord. I am yours.
We are enemies.
Yes, Lord.
Hiding.
Hey, yes. Are you hero and obey? I am yours. Oh.
Just as I
Hey, are you hero and obey? Yes. What task is there? Oh.
my job.
I am yours. Hey,
Who do I kill? Trouble.
yes, Lord.
Use my power.
Research complete. Yes. Hey, are you hero and obey? I am yours. Build more burrows.
Direct my blade.
What task is there? Excellent choice. Work complete. Are you hero and obey? Yes.
Use my
I
power.
am yours. Hey, yes. Oh,
Direct my blade. Yeah, man.
we're under attack. I am yours. Hey. Oh, yes.
We are enemies.
Yes, Lord. Are you hero and obey? Yes. Research complete. Ah! Haste to my blade.
Direct my blade.
Not the item, but I got the creep.
Bingo, man. We be charming.
Yes.
Who do I kill first? Yeah, man.
Yeah. Oh. Hey.
Direct my blade.
Say the word. I am yours. We're under attack.
Use my power.
Yes, Lord.
Hello.
We are enemies. Hiding.
I am one.
Who do I kill first?
Yes, Lord.
Who be my next victim?
Oh.
Use my power.
I am yours.
We are enemies. Hiding. Direct my blade.
Oh, nice. We got the same item.
Who be my next victim?
I answer the
Direct my
What
blade.
task is there?
Who do I kill first?
Yes, Lord.
I dream.
Yes.
We are enemies.
Oh.
Hiding.
Need something. What task is there? Are you hero and obey?
Who
Complete.
do I kill first?
Oh,
I
I am
answer
word.
the call.
We need more gold.
Who be my next
We'll do a 60 foot
victim?
timing attack.
Yes, Lord. Hey.
Use my power.
Oh. Yes. I am
We
yours.
are enemies.
Yes.
Hiding.
Yes, Lord.
Faster.
Are you hero and obey? What task is there? I am yours. Yes, Lord. Hey, are you hero and
Say
obey?
the word. Ready
We
to
are
ride.
enemies. Hiding. We be
Oh,
trouble.
then.
Who do I kill first?
What task is there?
If I reacted fast,
What task is there? Yes, yes, Lord.
I got both heal scrolls.
Oh,
I kill fast. Spirits, we are enemies. I troubleshoot.
yes, Lord.
Faster.
Hey, excellent.
I kill fast.
Oh,
Now I just need a few hundred gold.
Who be my next victim? Use my power.
yes, Lord.
We can posture.
Who be my
What task is there?
Looks like he's 50 food too. None of his buildings are producing.
Are you hero and obey?
What you want? Be happy to. Yes. I can do that.
Oh, yes. Hey, what task is there?
He is level 3 with really good items, but he has no heal scrolls.
Yes, Lord.
use my
I am yours.
One. We need more gold.
Oh,
Who be my
yes.
next
Are you
victim?
hero and obey? Yes, sir.
He's got more mana than me. I don't know if this will work.
What
Who
task
be
is
my
there?
next victim?
Oh,
Need something.
what task is there?
Use my power.
Yes, Lord.
I am one.
What task is there?
You can get pillaged.
I answer the call. I see. Just as I
Yes, Lord.
something
Oh,
I am one.
what task is there?
Not enough mana.
Yes.
What do you want?
Oh,
We're build something. I
yes,
answer
Lord.
what you want.
What task is there?
Yes.
Hey, I am yours.
Yes, chieftain.
Oh,
I am one. We're under attack. Say the word. I answer.
what task is there?
Yes, chieftain.
Yes, Lord.
Say the word.
What task is there?
Yes, chieftain. Need something. Yes, chieftain. Yeah, research complete. Say the
I
word.
am yours. What task is there?
I answer.
I am yours. Yes, Lord. I am yours.
I answer. Gosh, what you want?
Oh, what task is there?
Say the word.
Oh,
Not enough mana.
yes, Lord. Oh, yes, Lord.
Return to the earth.
What task is there?
Nice.
Need something.
I am
Yeah,
yours.
I answer.
That's pretty fast win. I normally don't aim for a 60 food timing attack. For me, that's fast. 12 minutes and 49 seconds. GG. Orc versus orc is like chess. Kill blades and it's GG. That's not my experience with it, actually. How do you know which units are yours? I can control them. They're blue. I made them. I love them. I named them. We came here together. Sometimes I wonder the same though. Like in those movies, you know, Braveheart, Mel Gibson, blah blah blah, those guys. In those, I'm thinking like, okay, how do you know which one is on your side again? But I don't feel like that's a problem now. How do you know when to expand? You look for certain marks and identifiers, and all the separate conditions form the answer. Generally in Warcraft 3, it's best not to force an expansion too much. You look for several conditions. Let's name them. You have enough gold to expand. If you don't have the gold, don't expand. Your units are healthy. If they're not healthy, it's more important to heal them first. Your heroes are healthy and have good mana count. If not, fix that first. He just TP'd. He's on the other side of the map. You can maybe expand. You just killed a lot of army and he ran or TP'd. His army is small. He can't stop an expansion. You've got the better unit type than his and will not get countered easily within the next minute. He needs at least 2 to 3 minutes to counter your unit type. It's a good time to expand. These reasons and many more. You're in a stalemate and there's a big defender's advantage. So you don't want to attack. And it's a stalemate. There are no creeps. So you're going to expand. Any of those conditions together, the more there are, the more likely you are to want to expand. And the fewer there are, the less likely you would want. But you'll go wrong more often trying to force an expand than if you were to never expand. There's a lot of economy play you can do in Warcraft 3 with upkeep and item sale and so on that has nothing to do with expanding, that still creates large macro fluctuations between you and your opponent. Hello, and hope you enjoyed that video here on YouTube. Everything was played on Twitch, and speaking of which, Twitch chat has a message for you. Here we go. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Then you'll know when next we go live with another video on YouTube. Make sure to turn on your notification settings for this channel as well. Thank you very much for the support.